The CoinDesk Spotlight is brought to you by Nexo, the place to earn on Bitcoin, Ethereum, and more.
Welcome back. Will New York Governor Andrew Cuomo be out of the job soon? Who will be the next German chancellor, or will Trump run again? These are some of the questions posed by predictions market PredictIt, a project run by New Zealand's Victoria University in Wellington. Joining us now with more is PredictIt CEO and co-founder John Aristotle Phillips. Welcome, John. So why should people pay attention to prediction markets?
Well, a couple reasons. Prediction markets have proven to be quite accurate, not perfect, but quite accurate in forecasting future events. These are event contract markets. And on PredictIt, it's a $1 winner-take-all contract, and you can buy multiple contracts on an event either occurring or not occurring, where the price is set by the traders, and the price from a penny to $1 reflects the odds of an event occurring. So prediction markets are quite accurate, and they're also it's riveting watching how these predictions play out.
So John, we have a lot of decentralized. You have a lot of decentralized competitors in the prediction market. You have Augur, Polymarket, Hedgehog. So are you looking yourself to go into the go on the blockchain at any time soon and provide those contracts through a sort of more decentralized platform?
So that's not in the roadmap at this time. We've got over 200 markets that traders can trade on right now. The market seems to be, I mean, it's liquid, and there are many of the viewers of your shows are traders already. The plan for PredictIt is to continue to focus on those political markets where there's either an economic or a political event which may or may not occur, some of which you mentioned in the intro.
Has there ever been a situation in which a prediction market or something that happened in prediction market has actually somehow determined what happened later, where there's been that kind of cause and effect?
That's a great question, and the answer is we don't know. The reason that this prediction market was set up almost 7 years ago was to study how prediction markets operate. I can tell you this: the research so far shows that once somebody has a little bit of skin in the game, and it doesn't have to be a lot, it can be $20, $50, $100, or $1,000. They are more likely to focus on what they think is going to happen rather than what they want to have happen. So it is a antidote to fake news in a way, because if you make your predictions and purchase your shares based upon fake news or emotion, you're going to lose your money. On the other hand, if you calculate carefully and absorb the relevant information, discarding all the noise out there in terms of a future event, you're going to do pretty well.
So right now, as you currently function, you of course you're going to end up running into regulatory issues. Are you pushing for any reforms, the regulatory reforms? You or any of the other decentralized platforms, for instance, are you trying to get the U.S. government and other governments to allow more, to let you guys flourish?
Sure. So I can't speak of what others are doing, but I can say, speaking for PredictIt, we're in a very productive spot right now, because so long as the market pertains to elections and politics, which is quite broad, we are able to offer some really compelling markets. I mean, things like who's going to be the Republican nominee in 2024, or the Democratic nominee for that matter. These are very important. These have very important implications for people's everyday lives. And those are the markets that we're concentrated on, and we're doing quite well in those markets.
Do you see companies try to hedge their? Do you see the companies try to hedge their exposures on by using, let's say, PredictIt or any other or the decentralized ones? Do you see any that kind of level of bets being taken right now on your platform?
There's some hedging that goes on, but most of this has to do with forecasting a pure play political outcome. Will Governor Cuomo be impeached before September 1st, for instance? Or, as I said, who's going to be the Republican nominee? Will the infrastructure bill pass? These are political events that have significant implications for shareholders and investors worldwide. And those are the markets where the prediction markets actually excel.
So getting back to your competitors, though, do you see them potentially crossing the line when it comes to offering some of the contracts that they do?
I can't speak to what their regulatory or non-regulatory strategy is. We operate in the United States. We've got over 100 universities and academics who are affiliated with PredictIt, who are using the anonymized trading data for their research. And we have some international universities as well. And that's really the direction we're going in. I mean, if you look at some of the markets where we've got tens of millions of shares traded, it's quite promising. And there's a lot of different areas that you can invest in. As far as other markets, offshore markets, I really can't speak to that.
Are these people trading and taking part in these predictions markets, are they sophisticated though? And or can it be subject to the kind of mob mentality that may come with fake news, as you mentioned, and sentiment?
Oh, I think people latch on to all kinds of news, fake, real, imitation, or otherwise. They do, and traders as well. But what happens with PredictIt? First of all, there's a position limit, so there's an $850 position limit in any of these markets. And second, you get a quick lesson if you're a PredictIt trader and you are basing something on information which is not accurate. You'll get a quick lesson. For instance, I mean, right now, the Republican presidential nominee, Trump, is at 33 cents to be the GOP nominee in 2024. That's 33% odds, or 33 cents. He's up a penny. Number two is DeSantis at 24 cents. You may like Trump to be the nominee, I'm saying, as an investment at 33 cents, and hate him at 43 or 53 cents. So you need to know when to get out. Even if you're sure an event is going to occur, sometimes it pays to get in at a lower price and then get out before the event occurs.
All right. So the money, in a way, makes you more accountable, let's say. We've got to wrap up, but apparently, according to the internet, you designed an atomic bomb in college. So I just wanted to give you a couple of seconds to explain.
Sure. That was 40 years ago when I was a student at Princeton. I don't know if I think most of your traders weren't even born then, or maybe they were in diapers. I
resent that.
I was a physics major at Princeton, an undergraduate. This was a project I undertook with my professor, and it got a lot of attention.